I'm going to be working with you on your PSSA practice lesson number 15 on compare and contrasting text across genres. So we know that the word genre means the type of text we're talking about. The two main types are either fiction or nonfiction. In the fiction category, these types of texts are made up, so they are not real. We could have things like fairy tales or tall tales, science fiction, realistic fiction. On the nonfiction side, our texts are real or factual. So we may have things like expository text, informational text. We may have biographies. We may have journals or memoirs where someone is writing about their life or someone else's life. Lesson 15 is going to be talking about different types of genres and how they might work together. They might be similar or how they might be different, and how learning about those differences can give us more information as we read. Our text is called Amare's Journal. The 3 journal entries below were written by Amare, an 11-year-old girl from Kenya. July 16th, 2014. Akon woke me up again. Then, at the breakfast table, he boasted about his math studies, saying he needs an extra serving of mandazi to fuel his long day at school. If he needs an extra serving of mandazi, then I do too. I will be home with the cows all day working hard. It's so hard watching him go to school while I have to stay home and work on the farm. I really wish that I could go to school, but my family needs my help. August 20th, 2014. My aunt came to tell us that she and her family are moving nearby. They will help us with the farm, and I can attend school. My mother looks so relieved and excited. All of my chores will get done, and soon I will be as good at math as Akon. Next week we are going to the school to register, and I'll start in September. January 4th, 2016. I'm about to start my second full year of school. School can be very difficult, but I love it. Reading in the school library is my favorite thing. I have learned so much about the history of Kenya. It is hard for my people in the country to get an education, so I feel extremely lucky. At first, Akon resented my going to school because he could no longer brag about his math studies. But his attitude changed quickly. Someday I hope to open a school for girls. I want all the girls of Africa to have an education. Okay, so this text is nonfiction because it is a real story told by Amare. And we know that it's real because the journals are dated, and she is giving information about her experience living in Kenya and being able to go to school. How does this form of writing help us understand the information? The journal shows Amare's perspective on what it is like to learn in Kenya. So at first, she is expected to help on the farm and do the chores. That is the expectation of girls. Later, when the chores are helped by another family, she is able to get an education herself. She also says in our story that she hopes to open a school just for girls, so that makes me know that this is kind of a usual thing, that girls are not going to school. Underline 2 sentences in paragraph 1 that suggest why Amare cannot attend school but her brother can. I'll be at home working with the cows all day, so that's why Amare can't go. And her brother boasted about his math studies. So hopefully he will get a career where he needs that education in the future. So they find it more important to send Akon than they do to send Amari because he is a boy and he'll need math skills. Write a question that is raised by this passage. Okay, what's something that I wonder? I wonder how long the kids go to school. If Amari has not gone to school until she's 11, they said she's an 11-year-old girl, then she's kind of behind because in the United States, kids go to school when they're 5 or 6. So I wonder if they go to school longer or do they stay in school all year long to try to catch up with the skills that they missed in younger grades. Okay, we have a different genre now, and this genre is not going to be a person's point of view. We are going to have kind of an expository text. Education for everyone in Africa. The Kibera School for Girls in Kenya, Africa is one of the many schools that are being created for female students there. At times, girls were left behind in Africa and given little to no chance for an education. But times are changing. If families could not afford to send all of their children to school, they would often send the boys first. Girls stayed home to herd livestock and perform household chores to support the family. Today, people are realizing that it is just as important to send girls to school as it is to send boys. Many girls who are given the opportunity to have an education are extremely excited about it. They will brave walking at night just for an opportunity to attend a special night class and other free community classes. Often, when people are given the opportunity to learn, they help others who also yearn to learn because they know how valuable their own education is. One woman who was given a scholarship to go to school was motivated to share her experiences and help others. She helps girls with their homework on a volunteer basis. She is overjoyed to see their grades improve, knowing that she has helped them become more confident in themselves. Everyone in Africa should be given access to education. Everyone has a role to contribute to the community. As more schools for girls are opened and more chances are given for girls to attend them, the communities will prosper from their education. How does the passage help you understand and appreciate Amare's journal? The journal shows how badly Amare wanted to go to school, but didn't have a choice at first. So it was really common for the boys to be sent first to school, and the girls had to stay back and do chores. And this genre that we read here, this article, showed that is factual, that most of the families in Kenya did that. Underline two details in the passages that are similar. I'm going to grab one of these lines. So this one talks about when people are given the opportunity to learn, they often help others. And then right after that, they tell us about a woman who helps girls on a volunteer basis. So here is the explanation, and then here is the proof where they give us an example of someone doing that. What sentence in the passage sums up the emotions that Amari expresses in her journal about being able to attend school? Amari is grateful and excited. I'm sorry, I misunderstood that. They want us to pick a sentence from this passage. So not my own thoughts. I have to find evidence. It says, many girls who are given the opportunity to have an education are extremely excited about it. I think that that is a direct connection to what Amari was saying in her journal. Question 1. How is Amari's journal organized? It is organized around the idea that girls in Kenya get to go to school. I would say no. It is organized chronologically around events in Amari's life. Yes, they're in order. It is organized around the cause and effect of Amari's attending school. No. It compares and contrasts the experiences of boys and girls in Kenyan schools. I do think that D is an okay answer, but they didn't talk a lot about the brother's experience in school. It just said that he was boasting about his math skills. So I think the best answer is B, because it was in chronological order with the dates in her journal. So good answer, better answer. Based on the information in the passages, what is the main difference in education for boys and girls in Kenya? How are Kenyan girls' lives changing? Boys are often sent to school, while girls stay home to tend livestock to help the family. Girls are sent later than boys. Girls' lives are changing because more schools are opening for girls and they have an opportunity to go to school as well. All right, the next part is for you to practice. You have part 1 on Mark Twain's adventures. You have a reading guide of things to think about. You have a second passage called Roughing It. And then questions that are going to compare both passages. So you have multiple choice and short answer. Then you have 2 more passages, the Battle of Brooklyn and Crossing in the Night, multiple choice, and also 1 short answer. Good luck, and I'll see you next video.